someone wrote to me and they were like, happy birthday. Congratulations on turning 26.
Okay.
And I'm like, I've erased my birthday from like Facebook, Instagram.
Do they know you at all?
No, it was like a random person that wrote to the network and they're like, oh, this letter's for Anna Karen, happy birthday. Congrats on turning 26. I was like,
was it a guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's
been following you since you had your birthday online. He kept that information.
But like,
he
how
noticed
does he know
you deleted
age?
it, and he wanted to let you know that he exists and he knows you. Hey, if this guy comes anywhere near her, I'm packed, man. All right? I have a license, and I can defend my friends, so be careful.
Give it up for my motivational speaker.
Round of applause for us. Here we are at the zoo again. Humberto,
we're back.
Nikki P, AK. Are y'all excited to be here?
I'm so excited.
Kind of. That's not the type of motivation we need today.
Should we give him a hug?
It's the time of the day that we're
run and give him a hug?
He needs a hug. He needs a hug.
Sure. I'll take a hug.
I'll
take a hug.
We're bringing the zoo family love today.
Good.
Come on.
Good. That's amazing.
You know what, though? This kind of brings us.
Okay, I feel better now.
Don't you?
All right, thank you, guys.
Right?
Yeah. That's a better cat than the one that Autumn makes.
That brings us to today's
Big deal. Okay, so motivational gurus, you know, like the Tony Robbins, the new guy's Joe Dispenza. You know who he is?
No.
I know.
Okay, you'll be hearing his name. He's like Tony Robbins, but he's a little bit more, I wouldn't say spiritual, but just a little bit more of that.
Just a hint.
Without getting too new agey, he does like meditation. I have two friends that just spent like $7 grand to go spend a week in Florida doing like one of his immersions. And then my same friend last year spent a bunch of money to go see Tony Robbins here at the Staples Center for like a whole week. Like $7 grand.
Wow.
And so, hold on. Hopefully this doesn't hurt the mic. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm taking it back to the old school. And so I texted him the other day, and I go, hey, some other random guru is charging 10 grand for like 3-day immersion to tell you a bunch of stuff you already know. Do you want to go? Because
I'm sure he loved that.
No, he didn't like that. So what do you guys think about these guys? Have you ever heard like a motivational guy or a girl? Does it, you know, do they do anything? Do they motivate you to really do stuff in your life? By the way, I might have made fun of it. I'm into some aspects of this. So but go ahead.
I mean, I've heard of Tony Robbins, and I feel like I do like him just because I know he isn't like bogus to the extent that he provides a lot of free workshops. So he's really like, he doesn't charge people to, you know, give these lessons of life, as he will. So I listen to them when they're free.
What about Ty Lopez? That's the Latino. I think he's Puerto Rican. Wannabe Tony Robbins. You know that guy?
No.
He's the one. God, do you guys go on YouTube at all? I guess my algorithm sends me all these motivational
Right. You know, all the up-and-coming gurus.
Yeah. Better than, hey, look, you know what? Because you remember we had a chat about how, like, I won't look at stupid stuff on Instagram now to not mess up my algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So, like, it's actually, like, kept me, like,
But the YouTube one.
Let me not go down that rabbit hole, because then my entire search page is going to change. No, this guy, Ty Lopez, is like the wannabe Tony Robbins, and he's like, but he's one of these guys that gets all these fake Lamborghinis behind him. You know what I'm saying? So he'll like do, and he buys ads on YouTube.
That's what I'm saying.
So you
when
see
they
the video.
pose and they act like they have a certain lifestyle, you're not gonna believe that.
And he rents all that.
And after Joel Osteen with that hurricane, I don't really trust any of them.
I'm more the Christian. What happened?
He was, you know, having fundraising. It was during the hurricane. He wouldn't open up the church.
Like with the nice face and everything.
Yeah, I've seen nicer, but but he wouldn't let the people in. Here's my thing.
Wait, he wouldn't let the people in?
No, he wouldn't let the homeless people into the church during the storm, and he had that big. So you can't even practice what you preach, and he was, you know, the Christian guy.
He was a Christian.
Here's my thing. If you have the money, good. If you have the money to blow on it, that's fine. But I feel like a lot of these people, you know, if you're in a point in your life where you need somebody to push you onto the right path, then I think that that's great. But when it turns into the whole money trip, like you spend $7,000,
and then
I'm like, what does it all go to?
Yeah.
Right, and next thing you know, it's $14.99 for the turkey panini, and they're adding in all these costs. I'm like, what is this really going towards? Because I feel like only a portion of what you're paying for is actually going to put you on the right path.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's about the experience.
Wait, I have a question though. Why do your friends take these courses? Like, do they want to get certified?
No,
in some way?
Some people do, but not for, no. They just there is a lot of useful stuff.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that also a lot of us that do like spiritual practices that we're seeing the more motivational gurus that are more about making money. They're starting to incorporate. It's kind of like when people started like being introduced to yoga, but yoga's too much, but then you just show people a few stretches. Here's a couple of stretches. Yeah, those stretches come from yoga. You know, you take and then all of a sudden you're going down that rabbit hole. So they do introduce certain, like Joe Dispenza has everybody meditate for like a long time, like half an hour a day of during the immersion, which is maybe that's actually like a free way of like not having to talk. Everybody just stay quiet for half an hour.
I'm going to charge you $5,000
And
so
don't
that half
speak.
a
But
day you can sit in silence.
Right, but they lead you, but they do some breakthrough exercises that I've done, and the first time you do them, you get a lot out of them. Like things like sitting down and just staring into a person's eyes is one exercise, or telling somebody about your life and your most traumatic things. And let's all talk about the most traumatic thing that happened to you. I can't do that more. Once I got that out of my system and I did the retreat or whatever, I'm good with that, bro. And tell me something I don't know so that I can succeed. So some of these people, my friends told me, it's like, yeah, some of these people are almost like at their first ayahuasca ceremony. And I'm like, yeah, he was saying a bunch of stuff you already know because, first of all, they've read all this guy's books. Like, what secret is he saving for the immersion?
Right.
It's more about being there with him. It's more about, like, networking and all that kind of stuff.
It reminds me of Landmark.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's like Landmark. It's basically a glorified cult. And no offense to the viewers who may be a part of Landmark.
Landmark won't be advertising in LATV, so go ahead and bash it.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, here I go. No, but you know.
Did you do Landmark?
No, absolutely not. I have ambition.
I know people that when you ask people about being certified, and the people that popped in my head that wanted to be certified, Landmark.
Well, anybody who wants to be a hustler but isn't naturally a hustler is made for Landmark.
It's all about telling people how to they might tell certain people things about like how to get into the real estate market or how to get into certain tech things or investing, and sometimes that's useful. And there's things about prioritizing and making vision boards and making a list for the year and sit down and think about the things you need to improve and make one list and make 6 of this and make 5 of this and then reference your list and then be in the moment
and then pay another $5,000
and then pay another $5,000 and we have another secret for you.
Yeah.
Now some of it is useful, but to a certain point, there's some people that it's like, man, if you've gone to see Tony Robbins 5 times, it's like, you know.
No,
can I ask you something? If this doesn't work out for me, I feel I could be a motivational speaker.
I would,
but like a real one.
Yeah, I could see it.
And I would charge a lot less than these guys.
Yeah,
well,
don't charge us.
Your selling point.
Yeah.
I think my selling point would be that I'm gonna make you feel a certain way. I'm not gonna give any secrets, bro. I'm gonna tell you things that you already know.
How about this? Could you give me an AK? Just like a riff. What do you think that we need to be motivated in our life?
I'm going to tell you, you guys need two things to succeed in life.
Okay.
Go.
1, you got to be brave enough to live. 2, you can't be afraid to die. Let's take a break. We'll be right back here on The Zoo.
Damn, I died.